Hey y'all, this is AL. Welcome to the Sanctum. So today I'm super duper excited. Um, I have waited for this deck for way too long. Uh, this is the Spirit Keepers Tarot by Benabel Wen. And I wanted to go over this a little bit today, not only because I promised a lot of people that I would do um, a showing and an overview of the deck, which will probably run a little bit longer than normal. But because of the fact that I am a big Benabel Wen fan, and she's very inspirational. Her, Ethany, and a few others as well. Um, Arwen Lynch Poe, quite a few others. But there are decks out there that I get, both Oracle and Tarot, that inspire me. There are decks out there that appeal to me for one reason or another. But there's never been a deck that I have desperately needed to the point where it was like I put aside money straight from the get-go because I was going to get the deck or else. This is that deck. This deck was I will have this deck or else, and anybody in my family, friends, whatever, they can just go jump off of a bridge. This was the deck, and I already told them. I said, if you want to give me something, give me the money to get my deck. Give me the money to get whatever else. My big thing is in life when they ask me what do I want for my birthday, for Yule, whatever, is gift cards or whatever. And I usually have like a list of 10 things. This year it was, to my closest friends, was I want this deck. So after a while I was like, you know what, I don't even want you to get me the deck. I just want you to give me gift cards because I'm going to get the deck myself, and you basically are nothing at this point until I get this deck. And I laughed at that because all my family still got gifts and whatever, same old like I normally do. But they were kind of in the annals of, what does this deck mean? Why is it so big? And especially when they saw the pictures and it was like, it's black and white, so I don't get it. Especially my family, my chosen family, not just my blood family, who were like, you're all about color and you're all about this. And I couldn't explain it to them in a way they could understand, but we're going to go through the deck and I'm going to hopefully explain more as we go through some of the pictures and stuff. You know, one of the things that when Benabel brought out the deck, she also put out some videos, which if you follow me on Twitter, you probably see me post some of the videos that have meant a lot to me, like the consecration of the deck, her intuitive reading portion, or her energy healing. Certain videos have really called to me and are very important. In fact, some of them are implemented daily with me now, because of certain aspects of my life, and I've learned that they help with the way that I'm growing and learning. So let's get with it. One of the things that she asked me about was the crystals, because I told her I had received my crystals the day that I got my deck. I wasn't expecting it. So yes, Benabel, my crystals are with my deck. I keep them in my little bag. I've got an organza bag, a special organza bag that's on order I'm waiting for. But I wanted to keep them specialized right now so they didn't go running Rambo throughout the deck. And I have Hidden Night, I have Kunzite, I have my Amethyst piece that's coming up, my Lepidalt. I have a piece of Aquamarine in here, Black Moonstone, Jet Black Obsidian, Sugalite, and a Tiger Eye Scarab. So these stay with the deck at all times. They come with me, they go with me. it is what it is. Friends of mine who know me enough with my crystals know when I get new crystals, they don't hear the end of it. They're like, oh my god, really, another? But it is how it is. As you can see, I have my boji balls for here. I have my Tibetan crystal, my sodalite with sunstone, my opalite, my super 7, my beautiful piece of girasol, my cinnabar, and my blue aragonite. So the reason why I have them all in the cardinal points is that with working with the deck, one of the things that I have found personally is when I do a reading or when it's just personal work, pulling a card out every day, which I take the cards to work, which I find absolutely hysterical. People at work love it. They were drawn to it as much as I have, which I laugh and I giggle over, and I adore it, and because people at work who, my desk partner loves stuff like this, so she's amazed at it. I love this box, by the way. Just the inside of it and the sides, just the description and the beauty of it all. It's just amazing. Same thing for the top cover with the cutouts, which are beyond beautiful, by the way. Any deck makers out there, please put out some cutouts for me, please. It makes it so much easier to get my deck open. But I love the designs on it. But I also wanted to talk about the cards. But first things first, literally, the little white book, and she calls it that, which I got the biggest kick out of. I think I giggled in the personal video my friend saw, Peg and Silver and them. I was like, hey, no judging. But I got a kick out of it. I also got a magnet and a sticker with the Lady of the Ninth Heaven, which I have to admit I have a strange affinity for. Very proud of that in a way. It means something to me. I'm still finding out the hows and the whats of it, so I am okay with that. There's also this lovely card with this beautiful reading on it. It says, let's see if I can read through my glasses today. Nature all parent, ancient and divine, O much mechanic mother, art is thine. Heavenly abundant, venerable queen, in every part of thy dominion seen, untamed all taming, ever splendid light, all ruling honored, ever still the same. Nocturnal starry shining powerful dame, thy feet still traces in a circling course, by thee are turned with unremitting force, mingling all flourishing supremely wise, and bond connective of the earth and skies, leader life-bearing, queen all various named, and for the commanding grace and beauty famed. To nature, last of the demiurgic causes. And the pictures are outstanding. Now, that said, I do have a certificate of authenticity, number 789, which I got a kick out of it. And the numerological this is 6, which comes right before 789, which I got a kick out of too, over it all. Now, I have shuffled the cards, and then I've unshuffled the cards, and then I've shuffled the cards, and I've unshuffled the cards. So what does that mean? It means that right now, currently, the cards are sort of in my order for right now, but that's going to change. So there are 3 seekers. If you followed Benabelle's Spirit Tarot, Spirit Keeper's Tarot, Meanderings, Musings, anything on her website, she ended up making 3 full cards. The Initiate being the first one, the Seeker being the second, and the Keeper being the third. And she has a process by way of finding out which one is your significator card. And I'll be honest, I figured I would be an Initiate. Maybe if I was really lucky, I'd be a Seeker. But I actually pulled out, doing it is I did pull out the Keeper. So I'm finishing up one leveling and I'm getting ready to start a new phase. So this to me was, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, but I'm getting there. So this is kind of a neat moment for me. It still took a little bit of time to get over, in the sense of like I didn't feel worthy of this point, but I kind of, when I re-looked at it and re-listened to the videos, I understood more of what it meant to me and what it means to be on this phase. I'm just getting ready basically to start a new circle spiral. And I'm good with that now, and it made it a little bit easier. So I'm going to put the card off to the side because that's going to be part of what we're going to deal with today. Now I wanted to show you some of the cards. So we have, for the Major Arcana, Magus. And of course you're going to see some of the alchemical symbols, as well as some of the astrological symbols as well. The Priestess, the Empress, which I love that picture. It is so beautiful. The Emperor, the Commander of Intellections, the Holy See, Master of the Arcanes, the Lovers, Mystery of the Covenant, the Chariot, Chariot of Osiris. And then as it goes on, one of my favorite and not favorite at the same time is the Tower. Material and spiritual colliding. Now, it's my favorite because it's people look at it and they freak. I look at it and go, yeah, of course. It's change. It's severe change. It could be you've been hiding stuff that's just exploding in your face. That kind of thing. The New World Order, the Crown of the Magi, the Ace of Orbs, the Darkening, the Bread of Life. And it was interesting. I am normally not a pentacle person, but the way she does her pentacles, the Nocturne, the Two of Orbs, I really actually kind of like these. The Giver, the Six of Orbs. They actually make sense to me more now. The Nine of Orbs, the Eminence. The Ten of Orbs, the Dynasty. And I think that's one of the things I actually really like about this. Ace of Swords, Sacred Cinnabar, the Consummating, which I thought was kind of funny since the day that this arrived, the deck arrived, my Cinnabar arrived. And I was just like, no, this is in no way, shape, or form at all kind of symbolic. No, not at all. The Blind Seer, Two of Swords. If you hear anything in the background, I actually have family and friends that are visiting today, and I told them you guys are going to have to wait a while. I'm going to go tape. So they're watching a football game. The Bereaved, Three of Swords. The Hector, Five of Swords. And the swords have always been one of my favorite. So it's interesting seeing these. The Rogue, Seven of Swords. And I love the way that Benabel has actually done the work on these. Like she said, she doesn't consider herself a big, great artist. She considers herself a just a dabbler, but she's done so splendidly, and she doesn't give herself enough credit on this. The way that she's worked these, the Eight of Swords, the Captor, which is actually one of my favorite cards. When I see this in a reading, it gives me both hope and it also frustrates me, because it usually means that there's stuff that has to be worked on. You can get yourself out of it, but you got to be honest. You have to take off the blindfold and start looking what you're doing. Then we look at stuff like the Ace of Chalices, which, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, I love the chalice. The Purifying. Then you have the Two of Chalices, the Joined One, the Kindred, the Three of Chalices, which I love this. It reminds me of Hecate, the Triple Goddess, and it's probably one of the few cards that I will say that I love on its own, as well as the fact that I love the way that it can be used. The Four of Chalices, the Hollow Void, the Memory Keeper, the Six of Chalices. Then you have the Ace of Scepters, Sacred Fire, the Awakening. And I like the fact that she equates the scepter with the fire, so you get that whole concept with it. The Two of Scepters, the Discerning One, He Who Learns His Path. Three of Scepters, the Politic. The Contender, Five of Scepters. This card has come up in my readings prior, for people I've done plus myself, and I've always kind of were like, are you kidding me? Really? Because I always felt like it was my block card that said you're being stopped. And seeing that card in a different way, seeing that there, as much as they're crossed, there is a path, but you have to know how to get through that block, was a whole new view, a whole different view that I had ever seen before. So it made a lot more sense for me. The Sharpshooter, the Eight of Scepters. I love this card. I've seen the way that she went about making that card, and wow, I am amazed by her, the way that she has done it. The Ten of Scepters. There's a path there that for you as well. Now, her aspects of pages and knights and queens and kings are different from others. And in fact, these are separate in the deck from their other suits. For a reason. I actually, for whatever reason, I like when I do separate them out, I keep them separate. I've worked with these court cards by themselves. They appeal to me, which is funny because court cards never appeal to anybody, ever. But yeah, the Stronghold of the Flame, Herald of the Awakening, Stronghold of the Veil, the Herald of the Darkening, the Stronghold of the Zephyrs, the Herald of the Consummating. Okay, one of my favorites. Yeah, let's work with that. And the Stronghold of the Grail, the Herald of the Purifying, which I've also worked with. I do work with a lot of Grail, the Grail, a lot. The Shining Winds, a Swirling Gale, the Shining Dew, Waters and Waves, the Shining Flame, Lightning in the Pyre, the Shining Quarry, the Wild and Fertile Land. And you see that all of those are the knights with their horses. And then we get to the defenders, the queens, who, if you remember, have movements on the board, on the board of chess, unlike kings. So when I saw these cards, and I kept pulling to a lot recently, of as well as one of the kings got pulled a lot lately. I mean, like, for a few days, it's like they came up every pull. I realized, oh yeah, that's gonna be something I'm working on. Great. So you have the Scarlet Shield, power and authority of air. The Golden Shield, power and authority of fire, which I love that look. Yes, this would like to be my new Samhain costume. Thank you. The Ivory Shield, power and authority of water. This shield has come up a lot for me. A lot. Like, a lot. Just saying. The Ebony Shield, power and authority of earth. The Archangel of Healing, angel who salves and purifies. The Archangel of Mysteries, the angel who illuminates the shadow, which I love that orb with the Gorgon and such. The Archangel of Glory, the Archangel of Art and Grace. I could use some more grace in my life, really, seriously. And Archangel Commander, angel of storms and battles. This one's come up a lot too, and I've discovered that has come up in terms of my life that I didn't want to think about. Personally, on a level, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff that personally I've had to battle. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a couple of cards. And the reason we're going to draw a couple of cards is because, one, we're going to work with spirit a little bit here. We're going to also work with the concept of, we're getting into the time of year for most people that it's the ending of a year, getting ready for a new year. It is the time of darkness. It is the time of, for Celts, the time of Caradwyn. It is the time where we begin to shake off the old. We bury ourselves. We look deep within our own heart and soul. See what's good, see what's bad. Just learn to get rid of what's no longer valid or necessary, and what is valid, what is appropriate and good, things that we want to work on. Those are the things that have come to the forefront. So what I wanted to do was to bring up for us, using the Spirit Keeper's Tarot, SKT, as Benabel calls it, what is going to be good for us for the coming period. What do we need to let go, and what do we need to keep and work on? What is our focus? And I wanted to do it in such a way because not everybody is the same. Everybody's going to see things in a different light, but the core truth may still be the same for all of us. And that's one of the interesting things about working with spirit, and that's why I kept my seeker card, my keeper card for us, because it is a core truth. We keep to the truth. We keep to what is right, to what is known. So I wanted to do that. So what I wanted to do the holiness and the spirit be with us. For those who have gone before, for those who have come, for those who are blessed, for those who are mighty within, for those who will guide and direct over us. Let them guide us to what we need to know, for what we must let go, and for what those for what we may work on. Guide us and direct us. This we ask of you. So that's what we need to let go, the burden one. And this is what we need to work on, the reaper. All right. So my brain just said, really? Okay. I see. And my brain literally just said, all right, it's going to be like that, huh? All right. So one of the things about when we look at ourselves and we're looking at what we have to let go, the burden one, which if you look at it, whew, it is about that path between. We look at the burdening of the oxen. They carry a lot of our load. These are the things that we need to let go of. Is we have the load. We have this thing of the dynamics here. We're looking at how we can get loaded down. So we need to let go of the sorrow, the fear. We're going to have to let go of the burden and oppression that we put upon ourselves. Ooh, this is way too much for me right now. I'm almost going to have to stop for a second because I'm about ready to cry. Because this is hitting deep for me on a personal level. In fact, because this is something I've been really personally having to deal with a lot in the last week or two. You can place undue burdens on yourself or somebody else. But we can also change those burdens and become something better. We can lift up those burdens if you learn how to do so. Do you lift up or do you put down those burdens? It's what we need to figure out. How do you lift up somebody's burdens? How do you keep putting burdens upon yourself that are unnecessary? It's time to think about that. How to let go. How to stop putting burdens on other people. And of course, the reaper. Ooh, boy. The reaper is just like death. It's not anything. Most people see it and flip out and go, oh my God, we're all going to die. Oh, sorry. It's not. It's like it says here. It's the passage to initiation. It's something we need to work on. It's about, literally, it's rebirth. It's about traversing. Oh my gosh, for me personally, it's about going through this period that I've been hitting since my birthday in September, through Samhain, and now a big shift energetically, working through it, working on it. But it's about all of us. It's about working on the fact that this time, this dark time of the year, is how it's been referred to through eons of time, when things are cold in the northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere would be your heat time, the time to let go of stuff. Your time, in fact, for you, it'd be opposite. This is your time of initiation. It's the time to go forward through that dark, let go of those things, to grab onto the fact that you're shifting, you're changing your perspectives of what you really need in life. So, yeah, they're linked. They're definitely linked on this. And I find it funny that below this one is the Holy See, Master of the Arcane. So, more spiritual stuff is on the way. More things than heaven and earth, Horatio, is before us. Things that are here to learn and grow. Your own holy guides are there for you. You need to learn to rely on them more. You need to look forward to working with in and without. So definitely, this deck is beyond anything I can tell you. Benabelle has said that there will probably be more than likely a second deck next year. She's going to make some changes. I will more than likely get that deck too. It is my goal to have both. What I will tell you about this deck is, for those who missed out because there was only a limited run, it is amazing. It is stunning. It is intense. It is beautiful. I am actually looking forward to doing my coloring. In fact, it wasn't until recently that I realized that the Ivory Shield Queen did not have pale lavender hair. Because I kept seeing it. Like, literally. That no. I didn't get lucky where Benabelle actually colored it in for me to give me a hint. No, it was still black and white. It was just that I started seeing that color for whatever reason upon the hair color of that card, which made me go do some research and realize that I know the significance of the color now. Why that specific color on that particular card, that's going to be a little bit more research involved. But yeah, so that was a unique experience to realize that every time I saw that card, I kept seeing that hair color and kept thinking, why did she do that? How did she do that to my card? Then I realized, no, she didn't do that to my card. It's just something I'm seeing, and seeing being in quotation marks. So I wish I could tell you go out and get this deck, run out, go grab it now, don't hesitate, don't wait, because you're going to have to wait to 2019. I know she says she's going to have changes done. There's certain cards she wants to redo over. She's going to redo the backs and such, but it's going to be worth it. When it does come up and come available, grab it. In the meantime, there are certain courses that Benabelle offers, in tarot, in I Ching, which, oh my god, it is the most amazing course ever. Indulge yourself in a lot of her stuff, because she will teach you things like you've never believed. You will come out of it deeper, more knowledgeable about your craft, for those of you who are oriented that way. But more importantly, you'll become a better person because you'll be more intuitive to yourself as well. This deck has made me, in the past week or so, a lot more aware of myself on a different level. It has made people at work a lot more aware of themselves. I pick a card every day. I pick 2 cards from 2 different decks that I showcase on my desk every day. Since getting this deck, this is one of them. And I have the Crystal Intentions deck is the other. And usually a couple days during the week I do the money manifestation deck from Ethany. And this deck has gravitated so many people to my desk, and they are fascinated, and I give the reading every morning, basically about 7:25, 7:30 before I start work, and everybody gets this feeling. And then when I give the reading for the day, okay, this is what the day is going to be like, boom, 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 we need to make sure we're staying on target, bump, bump, bump. And then we get our debriefing from our supervisors or whatever. But everybody circles around the deck, and you can tell the look and the feeling that they get from it. And it's amazing. Prior to this deck, a couple people would, but I get like 15, 20 people from even surrounding teams that come by. and say, hey, what card was it today? And it sits right there. Hey, yeah, what does that mean? Da 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 da. Awesome. I get people who IM me asking me what the deck is of the day, the deck card of the day is, because they couldn't get dropped by, but they'll drop by later to see the picture. So, yeah, this deck has wings and feet. So, even if you don't get the deck and you want to take away some of the aspects that can help you grow, try the videos. Take your favorite inspirational deck that has guided you the best to work with. It won't be exactly the same. I'm not going to tell you it will. But yeah, once you get a chance to get at the second deck, grab it as hard as you can to get on the list to get the deck, because this deck, I cannot thank Benabel enough for this deck. I love her I Ching cards because, I mean, they are awesome as all get out. It makes it so much easier than doing some of the other ways of divination that she taught me through the course. But at the same time, too, I do like doing some of the traditional ways. Not the rice, though. Not the rice. But this has touched my heart in a way that I can't describe enough. I can't thank her enough for this deck. I loved it when I saw the majors, and I thought the majors were outstanding. This is beyond. So, in closing, get the deck when it comes out again, 2019. And until next time, see you in the sanctum. Benediction.